Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Flux campaign. I am Tony. I will be DMing this session. I normally play Puck. So, just to continue on from last time, we are. Well, the group had gone to the upper level of Sharn and went to the town square to try and find who was taking over and whatnot. And they had been pulled over by a we'll say like darker agent or espionage or lady in a purple cloak. And what had gone is pretty much got pulled over to the Pampered Prince, where they got to meet Andros Merrick, where he had requested them to interlope in a meeting that was going to occur, and wished for them to intercept a item that will be transferred. And with that, he gave them various tickets to buy items and whatnot to defend themselves and do whatever is necessary. And those who were present and not asleep in the middle of an alley got some protective enchantments. As they go back to the meeting area, effectively going down to the mid-level of the city, they are led very close to where they had been before, going to the Evil Haze, which is a ominous-looking church that has been fairly abandoned all around. And that is where we left off. The contact, Mary, had effectively said, just be careful, and went back after that. So we'll go from there. So roll call, I believe.
This is Charlie, and I play Bardus, the barbarian Goliath who just learned how to fly.
This is Eric. I play Lokar, the paladin warlock turtle, and my AC is now 22.
This is Steve, and I play Theus, the Inquisitive Rogue, and I have learned to move under any circumstances and avoid being paralyzed by magic.
This is Dom. I play Anorin, the cleric, and I think I'm still sick.
Mm-hmm. So, real quick, before we get started, Theus, could you please roll for me a sleight of hand check and also a perception check?
Wait, you want me to roll a perception and
Yeah.
sleight of hand?
Because I'm being lazy.
What? All right, first we'll do perception.
Wait, the DM is making the rogue roll for sleight of hand randomly?
So that is a 15 perception.
Mm-hmm.
And then sleight of hand, that's a natural 20.
Okay, thank you. All right.
That would be a total of a 29 if it mattered.
All right. So, real quick, before we get back to the group, Anorin,
Sir.
you are currently passed out in an alley. It seems that the magical effects of the elixir that had been, given to you or you took from the man, the effects strangely wore off very quickly.
You mean Theus?
If you can remember that, yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. So magic elixir worked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so.
And what happens is you are in kind of like a dreamlike state. And what you hear is a woman's voice.
Hello?
And she's like, says, Anorin, your friends need you at the church. Be careful. And
I guess. Well, at this, am I laying on the floor? Or...
you're kind of leaning against a wall
Mm-hmm.
in an alley, that's all.
Okay, so I guess I'd try
Roll
to look around and
manage.
see if I can find the source of the voice.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. And I'll roll.
Perception, or
Roll perception, yeah.
okay, not too bad. Bear with me. Perception is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
13 plus 7.
And let me roll. Where is this? What is that still? Okay. So, all right. Pretty much what you notice is you start cracking your eyes open,
Mm-hmm.
and you see essentially a leg leave the alley that you're in. But also notice that in your hands, one in your left hand, you see a ring.
Ew.
And in your other hand, you see a familiar looking amulet.
All right. I guess I try to, stand up straight and like wonder where the hell are my friends?
What you see is pretty much at the alley. You see across the way there is a gate with guards, and right next, very near you, is a cart where there's some more forges loading and some recently deceased and whatnot. And they're going down the street. And roll a perception.
Only a 9 this time.
Dag nabbit.
I'm sorry, I rolled a 2. Basically, Anoran's still groggy from whatever the after effects of whatever was affecting him. So, I guess he will make his way to the streets where the Warforges are. Like he's feeling better. I don't have to make a I don't have to make the con check.
Yeah,
Again.
you're noticing right now that you actually don't have to make the con check.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, well, there hasn't been enough time yet. The Warforged notice you and say, "Oh, you're awake."
Yes, looks like whatever ailed me has passed. You wouldn't happen to have seen a giant man, a turtle, and a half elf, would you?
The ones that left you in the alley.
Oh.
Yeah, they went down that way. And they're pointing down the road. There's not many options down that road, so I'm pretty sure if you go down, you'll run into them.
All right.
We're heading there eventually.
Do you see anyone else come out of the alley? A woman, perhaps?
Yeah, she was with them, and she returned without them. So, she noticed you though, and just, I guess she was checking on you. I mean, we were just about to throw you in this cart.
Lovely. Well, thankfully, that won't be necessary. I head in the direction they indicated where my companions are. The ring that I got. I guess I do have spells because I am a spellcaster. Don't know if I really want to. Nothing really to detect magic. I mean, I could get like divination, but I don't want to blow a 4th level slot just to figure out what a ring does. So,
Mm-hmm.
um,
You can always just put it on.
Horrible idea.
yeah, you know what? I'll just have Anoran put it on because Lord knows it might be protection. It might be a thing. If this person's guiding me to my friends and telling me that they need me, it might be something of benefit. So I'll put it on.
Yeah. Well, roll one quick for what would it be, appraisal or no, protection or something like that, real quick. Not protection, perception. A Freudian slip right there.
I got an 11 this time.
Well, it's hard to miss. It's in your hand, but you'll
Mm.
see that there's on the ring. There's little shields carved onto it, and also if you look at the amulet, you'll notice that it's got effectively a little it has a shield as the pendant.
Okay. Yeah, I keep the amulets in my hand, and I as I make my way towards the direction, I put the ring on.
All right. So, and then as you're going towards the road, you're doing this while walking, you'll be able to see that the tower, between towers, because it's in the middle of an opening, you'll see kind of the shade of a large steeple-like building with a holy symbol above it.
Do
If
I
you make
recognize
me
the holy
roll
symbol?
religion, dang it. I'm pretty sure that it would be holy flame or something like that. Sounds cool and very Sharnish.
Well, I do have religion, so I'll roll it. A 14.
All right. Why did I include that detail?
More work. Giving yourself more work, Tony.
I know. I should not include NPCs. I should not include religious symbols of any sort.
Especially when there's a religious character around.
I would say I'm gonna say Paylor
Paylor?
or something
Okay.
like that.
Paylor, all right. I know who Paylor is. So, I make
The
I
sun,
make
I believe.
yeah, another sun god, which I like him. He's not Sol Invicta, but he's pretty cool.
So you can see that in the distance.
Okay. I'm Nora makes what the religious, I think hand sign or whatever, for a quick prayer to the symbol, and then I keep heading in the direction that my friends are supposed to be in.
All right. We'll fast forward a bit. So we'll go back to you guys, and you're in the street. Pretty much not really hiding, are you? Or anything like that. Talking to Bardis, Lucar, and Theos.
I didn't assume we were hiding. I didn't think we had any reason to hide.
Yeah, if we're
Okay.
hiding, I'm doing a very poor job because I don't realize that I'm hiding.
If you're making us be hiding, I'm gonna roll a stealth.
You can just duck behind us two nimwits who are actually trying to hide.
That's true. You two are a lot larger than I am.
Yeah. So and then Anoran,
Yeah.
just make one con check.
Ooh, nat 20.
Absolutely nothing. You actually feel just fine. All the sickness is gone. You're not even a bit queasy.
Looks like Theos' tincture worked. Norin says to himself.
So, I'm going to try and coax this a lot. You guys, if anyone's looking behind you towards the streets again, Yes, no?
We're looking at what?
Pretty much.
I'm not looking at the church.
At
the
some
building
point,
we have to
you
attack.
guys will. At some point, you guys will reconvene and regroup. If you look back, you'll see a Norn coming towards you, and a Norn, you could see them standing in the middle of the street, in front of the church.
I was going to say, last I knew, we were ready to just barge into the church.
Yeah.
And well, then suddenly an Anoran appears, and he's like, "What you doing?"
So.
We're going to knock over this church.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the plan too.
What? What? Okay, wait. I have two
sorry. Let me fill you in. We found these people in a bar upstairs, and basically they want us to go destroy some sort of evil breeding device that's apparently creating this fog that's all over. Oh, you don't have the vision. Sorry, I have a vision that shows this fog all over the place. So they gave us Theus has a device that points us right to where the source of it is. It's in that church. That's our target. We're gonna go in, knock this whole place over, go back to the Winchester, have a pint, and wait for this whole thing to blow over.
You know about the Winchester bar? I thought you haven't been here before.
I just figured every place had a bar named Winchester.
Was that the name of the bar at Flux?
It is now.
Okay. So, yeah, and just a brief description. You guys see effectively a very large multi-story church, and it is got the symbol of the sun on top. Frankly, all the streets are very void of life. There's some bodies in the streets. There's doors with white crosses on them, white X's, and the place is surrounded by a stereotypical black ironwork fence with. And although Anoran, this is a church of the sun and holiness and whatnot, it does not appear as light as you would expect it to be.
So what you're telling me is that some evil is using the house of a sun god to do evil upon the masses?
What better place to hide darkness than in the light?
My God, let's blow this bitch up.
See, Anoran's on board.
Yeah. So,
I'm on board.
Please, by all means, go ahead and blow your way in. I will do my own thing and try to stealth my way through.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Right,
like us. Bardis, Anoran, you guys good with stealthing?
Said you can blow it up. I'm just going to try and sneak through and see if I can catch anyone unawares.
I hear Theus, but I don't see Theus.
Good enough. Let's roll. Do we want to do front door, back door, window? Where are we going?
Front door. Because I don't know how high above the ground are the windows?
the windows are kind of head height, mid chest height for Bardis. All of them are blocked off. Basically, the shutters of the windows have been closed.
Prepare my bow.
So it effectively almost looks like a boarded up church.
I prepare my bow and knock an arrow and say, okay, fine, I'll just provide support from the rear. Go ahead, blow the door open.
Bardis, do you want to do the honors of ramming that door open?
Sure, let's do it.
This is why we as players shouldn't have a week off in between. We're just like, yeah, let's just run in and get it taken care of.
Walk.
A moment, Bardis. Let me have you help you in this. I cast the spell Enhance Ability, so I give him Bull Strength. You have advantage on any strength checks. So if you're gonna be knocking down a door, I assume that's a strength check.
Ooh,
I'm not sure if quadruple advantage works.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I already have full
You-
strength if we want to like.
Yeah. Is he like just one giant bulging muscle now that all Bardis is? It's just-
yeah, he just
I have basically evolved into a single cell.
You kinda look like-
that has one giant bicep.
You are the Ultra Chad.
Bardis,
He's-
you still can't see in dark, right?
Yes, I can.
Is it worth having a source of light in there for any reason?
I believe no.
Dark vision.
I think everyone has dark vision at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm just trying to figure. I mean, because I can make some things glow for a little while, for an hour, if we want to have some sort of a light source. Or do I make all of us glow in divine fury, and we walk in and say that we're sent by the gods to smite these evildoers, and see if they'll just turn into us?
Ooh, I want to do that. Let's do that.
I still imagine this whole conversation's happening where like Bardis is like mid Sparta kick, but he's holding the pose like with his leg up, ready to.
He's like, you're like,
through, because
you're
everyone said, wait, and we're gonna have this
I mean,
conversation.
you're
I'm
charging the
game.
attack. You're waiting for the meter to fill so you can like unleash your full power.
So I want to take like a minute, and I just want to put like 3 or 4 light touches, like cantrips, on at least like everybody in spot, so that we look like we're glowing in radiant fury.
I like that idea. Let's do that.
It's a cantrip.
My quads are like ripping right now.
I mean, I'm good to put it wherever people think that it makes the most sense. Like, I want to try to do mine a little bit on my shell, so it almost comes out like wings.
I want to do it on my breastplate, so it's just be like, yeah.
That's fine. I mean, yeah, I literally would take a minute. It's 1 action per light. I mean, I can do it 10 times. Yeah, let's take 2 minutes. I can do it 20 times. We're good. 5 per person.
So if you give yourself wings, is the light making your shell blue?
Well, it's like a holy light, so it's like a bright white light. Why would that make my shell blue?
Are you saying blue can't be holy?
I'm just saying it's not blue. I mean, I'm not saying blue can't be holy. I'm saying that it's just, I imagine it as being a yellow, holy, divine light.
So how's your crane stance going, Bardis?
It's great.
He gets an extra 1d8 for every second he holds it because he's charging up, right?
We're good.
Not sure how.
It's for Kratos and God of War.
Yeah, really. Should I roll now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you gonna recharge, or are you gonna just try and unleash your crane kick?
I'm just gonna unleash, but like, do I get like quadruple like advantage at this point? No. Strength. Why am I athletics? Right.
Yeah.
No, that's not athletics. Sorry, just straight up strength check. Right.
Yeah, sure.
15 straight up strength check.
That actually, you hear a crack in the door, but
Hit it again.
You have like 4 advantages, so just roll just roll it.
I'm dead. I'm gonna go again then. Fuck it. All right.
Can you rage
and then
off of this? Will that help?
essentially, you hear a crack, and a whole bunch of dust comes from the door.
I did a 20 for the other leg because this was obviously my weak leg. I didn't want to show anyone, so I used my other leg.
So as you use your other leg, you hear wood splinter and the doors start cracking open a little more. It's still a little bit closed, but basically they're opening. It just needs like one little bit of push more to just crack through.
I drop kick it.
Okay.
Like I'm going prone on this one. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, that's really good. This is getting progressively better. 22 this time.
All right, so for the part where you needed the least amount of strength, you got the most, and so the doors just fling open, and you see that boards have pretty much effectively 6x6 timbers that have been used as what are they called? Blockages for the door. Barricades. Those are broken in half, and they just fling open.
All right,
As you guys,
I'm about to say, as soon as those doors are open, I want to step forward and I want to say something. But if you're going to describe something, that's fine.
go ahead and say something.
I mean, it's never worked for me in the past when I've stepped into a room and tried to declare diplomacy. But we're going to see how this works. And I'm basically going to just, at the top of my voice, yell out to everything that can hear me in that church and say, "Evildoers, we are here, sent by the gods to smite you. Stand down now or face our wrath."
All right.
Ooh, did anything else get chills? I got chills.
Roll that diplomacy check. I just want to.
Are we doing that as persuasion?
Just
Yeah, would be that would be persuasion in this set.
Sure, whichever check you want. Yeah, sure.
24.
Okay. So, what you notice as this happens is effectively the doors open wide open, and Lockhart charges in and makes that diplomacy check. That what you notice is that the church area is empty. The pews are kind of just in disarray and whatnot. The stained glass in the far back is just dusty and whatnot. But what you do notice is that the shout that you had made is reverberating around the church.
Excellent.
So,
See anyone in the church?
no, there's no one in the church that you can see. Effectively, what you can see is if you guys are walking in, there is a small little entrance area, and then the doors to the main area are open, where you see all the pews and whatnot. And you don't see anyone. You'll have to do a little bit of dungeon crawling a little bit.
Theus, can that device of yours tell us what direction that that source is?
Just to confirm with the DM, it wasn't so much a device as it was an enchantment that just gave me the vision, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's an enchantment. It's pretty much on his eyes.
I do a head swivel and look up, down, side to side to see if I can see where it is.
So as you look up, down, side to side, you see that this place is completely saturated in effectively evil. But if you are to take a small perception, I'm not going to have you roll it, but you'll notice that the gradient of evil is a bit greater if you were looking straight forward and down.
I was going to say my passive perception is 16.
Yeah, that's why I'm not having you roll. I'm just trying to say, like, looking around, like, determining an evil gradient. It
down.
It looks like it's down. If you were to go towards the stained glass windows and whatnot, you'll see that there is the darkness is kind of originating far below the what looks to be the floor.
Can I roll a wisdom check to see if I would know if some of the churches in this area have a catacombs?
You could roll that.
No, I do not remember that. I do not know that.
Never stepped foot in one, huh?
Never been to church before. I'll just turn to the others and be like, I can sense the evil is coming from under the church.
Maybe that's the direction we need to go.
Perhaps there are catacombs underneath it. Well, I guess I'll move further into the building. I'll pull my sword out and keep my amulet, my holy symbol, which is an amulet, in my other hand. And I will move forward to see if I can find any like stairs down or anything like that.
Which area are you exploring? Are you exploring like the lobby area or the main area?
The one with the pews.
So you do see a set of stairs going up.
Mm-hmm.
There is a balcony above you.
Yeah.
Roll another perception check if you.
Excuse me. 16.
And then aside from that, you also see to the far left of the room, you see a small little door. You don't need to know a knowledge check because you've been in churches plenty. Pretty much that's the priest preparation areas and probably living quarters.
Okay. Let's see. But there's no other like doors or maybe like nothing else I can see, right?
No, nothing else that you could see. Effectively, just you have the balcony above you. You do have just whatever bit of light is coming in through the cracks of the boarding, but that's all you guys see. You guys agree that you all have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think artist is due to his goggles.
And you said that the concentration of the darkness is under us. Is it like under a specific section of the floor where it seems really powerful? Or is it just completely the underside of the church?
What you're kind of investigating it, so pretty much what you'll notice is like you're walking up behind, say, the altar, and effectively you get to the far wall, and you can see that it's still angled below the floor and towards the wall and down. So it as if it's still, a few 100 feet away, but angled like down at a 45.
Can I investigate the altar to see if there's a hidden mechanism?
Sure.
I was hoping we just had explosives.
Oh, that'd be nice too. That is going to be a straight 11 for investigation.
You find that underneath the altar there are scriptures and books of Palor. But you're not finding any little secret handles or whatnot.
Norin, there's some holy scripture here if you wanted to take a look.
Okay. I head over to where Norin heads over to where Theus is, and he starts combing through the holy texts, see if he can find anything of note.
This is texts worshiping the sun god of Palor, for he is great and all healing and whatnot, and
Yay!
The light may never be cast, maybe never be darkened by Palor.
This is good stuff.
Healing and whatnot. Is that the exact wording?
Yeah, I'm not the best at this.
I'm just teasing a bit. You're doing fine. Well, I guess I'll start looking at the back wall behind the altar and let other people do their stuff.
Lokar and Bardis.
Steve?
I want to keep going deeper.
So, pretty
Hello?
much,
Yeah.
We hear you.
it's fine.
Okay, sorry, my computer for a little bit I couldn't hear anybody talking.
Okay. So, pretty much, but you are, if you're in the main area, pretty much you're seeing the same as everyone else. Up behind you, there is a balcony where there are what looks to be kind of like benching and whatnot, such that people can see the mass and whatnot. And you only see the small door and the back. Also, I forget.
that's for
You
me?
see,
Sorry.
yeah, and perhaps you also. I'm adding in a piano in there for good flavor. In the far right, Loki can use that to just fly swat things if he wants.
I'm not picking anything up. I have my sword.
Oh, not Lokar, Bardis. Sorry.
Oh yeah, okay.
What am I doing?
You can use
Bardis,
use the
there's a
piano as
piano
a portable harp.
What?
Nothing. Sorry.
I mean, no.
So
I'm terrible at this thing. I don't know how to play it. I'm all thumbs.
But there. So was there a different way to exit this room? Like, is there a way down? Is there any way to get back further?
the way back further would be the priest's quarters, because that is behind. It's a door in the back, pretty much behind the altar and to the left, and it leads behind the wall.
Even though I'm a holy man, I doubt I've been in a lot of like built churches like this. I'm gonna kind of poke my head back out and kind of ask Theus, like, there's a priest quarters back here. Theus, is there? Would you happen to know where there might be stairs located so we could try to get downstairs?
Well, if there were stairs, they would probably be in an area only accessible to the clergy of the building. So that's a good place to start looking. I will walk over to Lokar to help him inspect the door.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll just walk over and try to get into the priest quarters.
All right. The door is currently locked.
Is it wood?
It's wood.
Can I attempt to break it open?
Yes, you can.
But I have thieves' tools. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
sorry. I'll let the rogue
Smash.
rogue his way through it. That's fine. No, Theus, please be the honor, but I'm going to break this thing if you can't.
I'm gonna look at that door. I'm gonna look at the front door. I'm gonna look back at that door. Look back at the front door, and shrug.
I believe using a thieves' toolkit is usually a dexterity check.
Yeah, I think so.
And then
I think it could also be sleight of hand.
I'll leave that to Tony's discretion if he wants a dex or sleight of hand.
Dex.
Dex. All right, and I get to add my proficiency bonus. That is that's not good. That's only a 12.
You start fiddling with the lock. You feel like your tools are about to break, but just as you feel the wrench, almost not the wrench, the tool start bend, it unlocks and you can now open the door.
Great. I open the door and walk in.
In the door, in this area, you'll find that the priest's changing quarters. You'll see that it is fairly abandoned, but if you look down on the floor, you'll see that there are blood marks of dragged along the floor towards a hallway that's going towards the right. This is going to be going behind the wall that you guys were just at.
I kind of yell back to the group and say, "We got blood streaks in here."
Well, he's looking at the blood streaks. I want to go through the changing lockers and see if I can score myself one Priest of Pelor outfit to shove in my haversack for later.
Say again?
He wants to disguise himself as a priest later. He wants a robe.
Go ahead.
And I take it. And I look for a holy symbol of Pelor.
And you have to
You
say
don't-
yoink.
You see plenty of holy symbols right now. You see some what look to be like golden chalices as well, and you see a coffer's bin. Because I know what you're looking for.
Goodness.
Yeah, no, I go ahead and I try to sneak everything into my sack if I can.
All right, so pretty much you get about 4 golden chalices, which they use to keep wine and serve out to the mass, and the tiths boxes, 2 of those. You shake them, you feel like there's coins in them. Unless you're going to actually crack them open and try and count.
No, you know what? I'll actually leave the boxes alone.
Okay.
I will not steal. I will not steal money. I will steal gold.
So, Lokar, roll a percept.
With an advantage?
Sure.
Wait, really? I don't know what reason I have for an advantage.
I don't care. It's fine. It's gonna be.
It doesn't matter. It was a 3, which I think my perception is +0.
Okay, you don't hear anything. Pretty much, you hear just waiting for the others to catch up.
But my
Maybe.
passive perception is 10.
I don't know why, but for some reason, when I asked you to focus, you just lost it. So.
Yeah, with the blood on the floor.
Yeah, so you see the blood on the floor. You can see that blood goes down the hallway towards a chamber far down as well.
So I can see at least that it goes down.
You can see that it goes down the hallway past, say, like...
Oh, okay. I thought you
20
meant like
feet.
downstairs. That's what I'm looking for.
No, not downstairs, no. And... Yeah. Bardis, where you at?
I've just been wandering around the church while everyone else sort of split around. I'm not familiar with my surroundings, so I suppose I would move towards Lokar since he is the last one who shouted out that he saw blood streaks. So that's off to the side door.
Yeah, it's off to the side door in the back.
Towards that direction, somewhat quickish.
All right. If you guys are done in the priest quarters, if you have the main area and you have the hallway in front of you with the blood marks.
Yeah, I'd probably, especially if I see blood, I'm gonna wait for others to be there before I move forward.
Hey, come on in here. We found something.
Anoran will follow the calls of Theus and head on in.
Yes,
Alright.
follow the sweet whispers of Theus.
Did you say that out loud?
No.
I'm staring at you. Could you say that out loud?
Yes, Anoran's like, wow, okay. Okay, so
Yeah, so if you guys are there, you're at the hallway. Tell me what you're doing. Pretty much you see a hallway, blood marks going down. Pretty much just brick. There's no lights.
I would assume we follow the blood down the hallway.
Yeah, and I'll probably lead And knowing there's blood, I'm going to go ahead and that's only 10 minutes. Maybe I'll wait a little bit.
As you're going down, you see, as you're approaching a room, this room looks like the kitchen, but if you're looking down, you can see that there is the body of a monk on the ground. He's the one that made the marks. It looks like he was trying to drag himself away.
So the marks end at that monk's body in the kitchen?
Yes, and you also see, if you're exploring the kitchen, you see that it's all strewn about. There's knives and forks and broken plates, and the table is broken. And there's another door that's going towards the back. That is kind of got some handprints of blood on it.
So is he?
And
I want to check to see if he's actually dead.
go ahead.
Medicine, I assume.
Yeah, go ahead.
22.
So, as you check, yeah, he is quite dead. It looks like he had been cut across the stomach, and was just dragging himself to try and get maybe somewhere. He died very painfully.
Does it look like he was reaching for anything in particular?
You could see his hand going for a knife.
Okay, so this man dragged himself from the priest's quarters into this kitchen to try to grab a knife with an open stomach wound.
Mm-hmm.
I'm explaining that to the group and thinking, what is he? Was he trying to defend himself still? Was he going to go after these attackers? I'm curious what happened.
Are there defensive wounds?
Defensive knives?
No, like
Wound.
if he was cut across the stomach, did he try to block it? Like, are his arms cut up a little bit, like he was trying to push back, or is he bruised?
You effectively see, no, you just see a cut across the stomach. If you recall back, there were some blood splatters on the floor, but then it turned into dragging.
Seems
And
to me almost like a smash and grab, and maybe he thought he had enough strength to come get a knife to defend himself. But it doesn't look like he was reaching for anything other than a knife. Like, it wasn't like anything that he had like hidden somewhere near there.
I mean,
now,
is he
now
by...
Lokar,
Yes, okay, go ahead. Sorry.
perception.
Okay. 16.
The body is starting to move.
I'm going to lob off its head.
It starts going to reach towards you, and that was enough, actually. It just, you see that the hand starts reaching towards you, and the decapitation just causes its arm to drop again.
Yeah, there's no way. I know enough about undead, and as soon as a dead body starts moving, that's time for head removal.
Mhm.
Are you sure he was dead?
Yes. When I looked at his wounds, he's been dead for a while.
Reason to check again at this point because he for sure is dead now. I suggest we just move on.
Not an orc, he's not an orc, is he?
No, well, my
No,
medicine
not an
check
orc.
told me that he was dead, right? That was a fatal wound.
Yeah, that was a fatal wound.
Okay, no, that's fine. I mean, Lokar wouldn't have killed him if he would have suspected he could still be alive. Like that, there's no way that he would have done that.
Yeah,
I'm just double checking around math here.
I wouldn't have done that, right? Right.
Well, no, I know I wouldn't have. Like, if you'd have been like, "Oh, he was stabbed across the stomach," and there's some signs of life, and he started moving, I would have tried to cure him. But if I look at his
No,
stomach,
he was clearly dead. His eyes were hazed, and there was far too much blood loss.
okay, no, that's fine. Then yeah, if I knew it was a corpse and it started moving, that head comes off.
Yeah.
It's more of a rule than a standard, but
So that like confusion. No, I'm just kidding. I was just asking.
No, it's a legitimate question because then I was concerned. All right, so then I want to leave. Like, so is there any other ways through this room, or do we have to go back to the hallway?
Yeah, there's the door that has the bloody hand marks on it.
He didn't reach the door, did he?
No, he did not.
Okay, so that may be the attacker.
What does the room look like?
It's a small kitchen. There's a table in the corner that is broken in half and broken plates all around, knives, forks, and whatnot.
But that's not where the
strewn
monk
about.
is, right?
No, the monk is pretty much at the edge of the hallway, just getting into the kitchen. You see, he was on the floor, reaching towards one of the knives around, and towards your left, which would be further back from the front, is a door. It's not locked or anything like that. It's kind of like the sway type.
So we have a dead monk here. We have a broken table. So there was obviously more of a fight that happened here in the kitchen. Then somebody with a bloody hand went through that door.
Let's hope it's a survivor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume it's the attacker if we still have some sort of a dark presence here.
I will check to see if the door is locked.
It's a swinging type.
Okay, well, no lock on this door.
You touch it, and the door just does that like and it just goes back until it's not moving again.
Is there any light down here at all?
No, because all the windows have been boarded up. Pretty much there were, if you have your dark vision, there were candles, but they burnt out.
So it's just there was, but they're all like extinguished because due to
just
fuel
length of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
We're the dark vision boys. We all got dark vision.
And we have light for an hour, and we've probably been in here like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The thought's more along the lines of like if this was a recent thing, like this guy's just crawling, and there's like this struggle happened, but somebody else has dark vision too, or something, Anyways, through the shopping door.
Yeah, I'd probably go over with after I'm doing all this, and whenever I'm done with my stuff, I'd head over to the door by Theus.
Yeah. Theus.
Can you like your
Theus?
I'll
You're at the door, and you start feeling a pushing on the door.
And the door is pushing open towards me?
Yes.
I will step to the side of the door.
Okay.
And wait.
And
with dagger drawn.
As you step back with dagger drawn, if anyone notices, they just do that. But effectively, the door starts pushing open, and you see a man shuffling his feet with his head down, and just blood all around him. And he is entering through into the kitchen.
Wearing pale or priest robes?
Yes.
And you said his head is hanging down?
Yes, but there's blood all about it.
As in there's blood all around his head?
Yes, everywhere.
So it's obvious that he is wounded to death.
Effectively.
All right. Oh, as soon as he is within my range, I will surprise sneak attack.
How does sneak attack do in this game?
It adds damage.
Oh, it doesn't matter if they can be crit or not?
There's that rules out. You can sneak attack undead now.
Okay, well, go ahead and sneak attack.
So that will only be a... Where's my weapons? That will be a 23 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Oh, my
And
dagger damage.
yeah. And is the dagger just mundane?
No, it's magic.
Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed a magic dagger when we got items. Hell yeah. That is 46. That's not great. That is 13 plus 4, 17 damage.
All right. Pretty much what you do is you dig your dagger right into the back. It doesn't flinch like you would normally expect someone to, but pretty much you nudge it forward and it kind of picks up his head and you can see that there's a slit across it. Well, they can see a slit, but
Well, what are you doing?
It's dead already.
If I get a chance, I want to, because I'll be walking over there already. As soon as I notice that it looks like it's undead, I'm throwing Eldritch Blast at it.
All right. Well, go ahead, get a chance. Here, we'll roll real quick. Okay. Roll a quick initiative. Just you and me.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a surprise.
I'm sorry, guys. I rolled 3 1s on my sneak attack dice.
Dang. I have a 10 for initiative.
All right. You go first, just barely. So it's raising its hand for something. As you raise your hand, I assume. How do you do
Okay.
Eldritch Blast?
I'm going to throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. That's cocked. Oy. A 12 and a 15.
To hit?
Yeah.
The first one misses. It goes right off. The second one hits it in the chest.
Okay. For 6 damage.
All right. Now, as you do that, it goes backwards, but then what it does is it starts moving its hands in a motion. And it starts all of a sudden you see that the light in the room is going darker and darker and darker.
No, what will
Or
we do
is
without
it?
our dark
Because
vision?
we have light.
It's magic darkness.
Oh, good. I can see through that.
Yeah, you can see fine. The others can no longer see.
I have daylight.
Ah, poop. Now I can't see.
All right, so if you want, roll a net real quick. Just Bardis and Anoran, and you have the 9, and Theus, what was yours?
All right, roll Inish.
Yeah, just quick.
Bardis
It'll be
is
17.
15.
Okay. All right, so this is not terribly
sorry,
worth
sorry,
much,
sorry.
but go ahead.
9.
Anoran, what was yours? Okay.
9.
All right. Pretty much Theus, you could go next again.
Rolling at disadvantage because of the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I could have moved him closer to me with the Eldritch Blast. Dang it.
Oh, well, I gain advantage on finesse weapon, so I guess it just turns into a regular roll.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just do a regular roll, and that's a natural 20.
All right, go ahead, and I guess you confirm, right?
There's no confirmation in this. However,
Well,
before I roll to attack, I want to use my inquisitive thing on him so I can get another sneak attack off.
go ahead.
No, I don't get it. I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
So that'll just be 3 plus 4 is 7 damage.
All right. So,
Wait, times 2, so that's 6. So it's 10 damage total.
all right. And next would be Bardis. So pretty much you hear clattering going on after seeing an undead body come in and get stabbed in the back and then shot in the chest.
I suppose I could try out my toy, except I'm going to not see. So I will. Hold on, wait. This thing is undead? Asking the
It
party.
looks like
It looks like it. I mean, its throat was slit and it's still moving around.
Good enough for me. I'll move towards the undead creature and draw my Mace of Disruption
Mhm.
and hope that I'm actually going to even come close to hitting around there.
You go ahead, but just you're rolling with disadvantage. Try not to hit Theos.
It's okay. I rolled a 16 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That's with disadvantage. Okay, so he will take 5 since he's undead. And 15. He will take 15 damage. 10 of it is radiant, if that makes a difference for him. And he has to make a DC 15 wisdom if he's still alive. Or if he's under 25 hit points and still quote unquote alive.
Sure. I rolled 15. It doesn't get any pluses.
Okay. Well, he makes it, but then he's frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Well, what happens is when you swing down, you see essentially, even though there's a magical darkness around, there's a flash of light from your connection. And Lokar, you could see that he just like was swinging randomly, but effectively just nailed him in the head. And then you feel that the mace is stuck there and then just starts going down, and the room starts to lighten. And the priest's body's on the ground with its head caved.
Sweet.
Well, that'll do it.
Did I get it? Did I hit it? Right. Whew. I look between Lokar and Theus. Sorry.
No, that's cool, bro.
I got him.
Mhm.
Missed you.
No, good job. Undead should be smarter like that.
I like this thing. I give my mace a kiss.
Uh,
In the gore.
yeah, I was gonna say. Okay, that's
Mark myself
right.
with the blood of my enemies or my defeats. Victims.
Yeah.
That all sounds real bad.
And Lokar, roll a perception.
Okie dokie. Ooh, that's a 19.
You could see the monk. Its hand is fidgeting. It's just its fingers are moving, but
The one
not
we
really
just
doing anything beyond that. The one that you decapitated.
This one over here.
But it's not. No, the one that artist just did. It's gone.
We mean it's gone.
Well, I mean it's gone as it's not moving at all. It's just on the ground, not moving in the slightest. But for some reason, the monk's hand is moving a little bit, but not. Yeah, not much. Just fidgeting.
Then I want to cut the hand off.
All right, you do that, and the hand is fidgeting.
That seems less offensive than, or not offensive, but like less like it's going to kill
It starts
us.
fidgeting.
The whole body moving.
It starts.
I just created the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it starts turning into a middle finger.
I guess my sword really won't stab it to keep it into the ground. But I guess I could press my shield against it to hold it against the ground.
It's held into the ground.
Is it still like trying to move?
Very, very weakly. That's all. It just fidgets.
Just like fidgeting, like it's trying to like wiggle the fingers.
Yes. It's not like just moving around on its own accord, but it's fidgeting, trying to like very weak.
Guys, this hand keeps moving, and I don't know why. Guys,
You know,
we're trying to process that.
Have you tried killing it again?
I took it off the body, and it's still trying to move. Anoran, do you have anything that could stop this, like a turn undead or something?
Most of what I would have would destroy it, but let me.
I'm okay with that.
It's trying to go somewhere, and we should let it.
Yeah, should we lasso it with like some rope and then let it run around and see what it does?
Put it on a leash.
What direction was it trying to move? Was it trying to move back towards the door?
It's
I don't
not
know.
trying to. Basically, it's just fidgeting. It's just wiggling. It didn't have enough strength to like move.
I could try to put it on its palm and see what it does, I guess.
Just destroy it and let's be on our way.
I got a flaming sword. Let me just stab it and then just burn it with the sword.
All right, I just wait for him to be ready, and I just back the shield up and let him stab it.
All right, I go to stab it.
You stab the hand. It's
Screaming?
stabbed. It's not screaming. It kind of falls flat, but it's still slightly. Well, it's flaming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. It's no longer moving as it's like just flat on the ground.
Now I
But-
start looking at the other hand.
You could see that what's happening is the leg is starting to move a little bit, actually, not the hand. Just like it's in an army crawl position.
Guys, there's parts of this body that keep doing things, and it worries me.
I walk up to the rest of the body. I say a quick prayer, ushering this poor soul into afterlife and peace, and I stab the body with my flaming sword.
Mm-hmm. All right. It stabs and pretty much it stops moving to what you can see. Not to mess with you some more, but the jaw starts moving the head a little bit. The head is separate from the body.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on it.
What's that do?
It's basically just an attack, I think. You point at one creature you can see within range, seems appropriate, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air around it for a moment. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 2d8 necrotic damage. Oh, if the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes 1d12.
All right. As you do this, it stops moving again.
Well, I didn't do its damage yet.
I'm letting you know that it doesn't take anything to get it to stop moving again.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So, guys, here's a thought. Maybe all the evil miasma that's creating undead and making people sick is reviving these bodies even when they're killed. So staying here and continuing to bash them isn't going to solve the problem. We need to move on downstairs.
I'm not wasting any resources, but that still sounds like a good idea.
I agree. The sooner we are rid of the main source of evil, the better.
All right.
Let us move on down the stairs.
Well, we didn't
So,
find the stairs,
yeah.
did we? We just had to
Well,
go through
no.
that door.
What you do find is pretty much if you go further on the door that the priest had come through, you'll find the final priest quarters, like the final priest preparation area. There's also a bed in there, but you'll see that there is a doorway open, and you see stairs going up and down. It's a spiral staircase.
It goes up and down?
Maybe I should give you less options. It's going down.
Okay, no, if it's going up and down, I was just curious about it because they're protecting our heads.
Yeah, that would be like, all right, guys, we know the thing is downstairs, but there's an upstairs option. We got to do that to screw with Tony.
There's got to be NPCs up there somewhere.
Yeah, backstories and a whole bunch of stuff.
Some erotic novels.
As you guys going towards that area?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're going down, so as you're going down the stairs, you'll find that it kind of opens up, and you'll see that effectively it's nothing but brick and whatnot, and there are some torches lighting the way. They are lit.
They're lit.
They are lit. They're not burnt out. And you, Anoran, roll a quick check.
Which one?
A quick knowledge, religion, or history, or knowledge check.
1 second. My knowledge religion was only a 12.
I have religion.
So, all right then, Lokar, try and do a religion check.
14.
You can see that this area is a little bit more hidden, and perhaps the thing's not very pleasant towards the crowd of the masses, or things that are privy to the priests happen in this area. It's very long. There's many doors and whatnot. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Like a Benny Hill chase sequence amount of doors, or what are we talking?
Benny Hill chase, but please don't do so. And we will actually continue on in the next episode here.
All right. In our little room of no choices.
Many choices, but no choices.
Fewer choices.
It's like the RPG where you try to get into the 10 rooms they have exposed, but they never actually wrote anything to be in those rooms, so you got to try to open the door, and it's like, no, that door's locked.
A booming voice says to you, this area under development.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool. Then we're going to take a break and record our next episode, and you guys get to hear that one next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Steve, socials.
All right, guys, you can catch us on Discord, and you can catch us on Instagram and Facebook at Infinities End Gaming. You can find us on Twitter at Infinities EG.
All right. Then we will talk to you guys next week. Love you all. Stay safe, and yeah, let's rely on D&D and the chaos of the world.
Well put.